Hi, my name is Isaac Mullins, a junior here in the media class at South High School. Joining me is high school sports columnist Brendan Shields, here to talk about the stat line. So first, Brendan, we have second and fifth. The best and worst in Region 7-4A, Lexington can do with a win or loss versus Dyer County this week.
Yeah, that's right. You can kind of call this this edition of the stat line the playoffs edition, as we're kind of looking ahead, and all three stats have something to do with the playoffs, as we're 2 weeks from the postseason starting. And Lexington is kind of in a precarious position this week because they play Dyer County, they play them at home, and it's a pretty important matchup for them because if they beat Dyer County, they secure a spot in the playoffs. Not only do they secure a spot in the playoffs, but they at least play their way into a three-way tie for second with Northside and Hardin County. And I'm not going to go into all the tie-breaking scenarios, but essentially Lexington has the edge to finish second, breaking the three-way tie, and finish second behind Haywood and get a first-round home game for the playoffs, as long as they beat Dyer County and then beat Crockett County the following week. However, if Dyer County were to win this game, that would pull Lexington into a tie with Dyer County for fourth place, as each of them will have 3 losses, and Dyer County would actually own the tiebreaker over Lexington and knock Lexington out of the playoffs. So obviously this game, it's senior night at Lexington, the last home game of the season, or at least in the regular season. They've got to get this win this week if they want to make the playoffs.
Next, we have 2 regions in the Jackson Suns coverage area whose championship is decided in Haywood and Adamsville.
There's actually 3 in the area. Region 7-4A with Haywood, Region 6-2A with Adamsville. Both of those teams won last week to secure their region championships. And then also Raleigh Egypt, which is not actually in the Jackson Suns coverage area, but they're in with Bolivar. So Bolivar's been competing for that region championship. Raleigh Egypt won this past week over Sheffield. They're 9-0. They're undefeated. Bolivar lost to Melrose. Fayette Ware was the other team competing for the championship. They lost this past week to Covington. So since Raleigh Egypt has a 2-game lead over everybody else, Raleigh Egypt's already won the championship. Now Fayette Ware, they play Raleigh Egypt in week 11. Bolivar plays Hamilton this coming week. They're both trying to stay in contention for second place, which Bolivar has the edge on that one.
Finally, we have 49 teams in the playoff division.
Yeah, 49 teams in 10 regions, and actually when you think about the fact that one of those regions is Region 8-1A with Middleton, and that only has 4 teams, so they're all going to the playoffs. And then also Division 2 Single A in the West with USJ and 3 other teams, 14 district, they're all in the playoffs. You actually have 41 teams competing. Still in contention for the playoffs, essentially playing for 32 spots. And there's still one team in most, if not 2 teams, that are kind of on the outside looking in, but still can play their way in. And there's going to be some interesting jockeying for position going over the next 2 weeks, over the next 2 Fridays, as these teams are playing. Essentially, for some of them, the playoffs will begin this Friday as they're trying to play their way in.
Thanks for joining us, Brendan. I'll see you next time for 30 Now.
All right, see you.